Welcome back to On Air with AIB. Now let's talk about Punjab, the only state where Santa Claus goes oh ho ho ho.
पंजाब वो जगह है जहाँ पे आप उबर मंगाओ तो ट्रक आती है और ट्रक मंगाओ तो फील आती है यार.
Here's the thing about Punjabis though. You can make all the fun of them that you want. But when you're in a fight and you look to your left and you see a Punjabi standing next to you, you think, I'm okay. Maybe we'll lose, maybe we'll win. लेकिन पैंचो बहुत मजा आने वाला है. बहुत मजा.
It's true. Just look at what happened in New York recently when a man armed with a gun tried to rob an unarmed Punjabi man's store. Oh, pants. Chappal maar pants.
Yes!
That is amazing.
Yes!
Man.
Yes!
That Punjabi uncle defeated that armed man by throwing his chappal at him. His fucking chappal. I can't even defeat a cockroach with a chappal. This is another level of Punjabi badassery, man. It takes a Punjabi only one chappal to beat a gun and one hand pump to beat Pakistan. But, coming to the point, Punjab has a big problem.
Crack, prescription pills and heroin are all easily found on the streets of Punjab's cities and villages. The crisis is not helped by an under-resourced and sometimes complicit police force struggling to stop the flow of drugs from neighbouring Pakistan.
According to a research, 65% youth and in and around the border area of Amritsar are addicted to alcohol and drugs.
It is said that the sixth river flowing in Punjab is of drug abuse.
जब आतंकवाद का दौर था तो उस समय एक जनरेशन खत्म हो गई थी. अब ये दूसरी जनरेशन गायब हो रही है.
हमने बहुत साल नशा किया, 5-10 साल नशा किया, कुछ नहीं मिला, लाखों पैसे बर्बाद कर दिए, घर बर्बाद हो गया, सब कुछ बर्बाद कर दिया.
That's right. Punjab has a serious drug problem. The numbers are actually insane. In 2014, of all the drug-related crimes in India, almost 31% came from Punjab alone. In 2009, according to one government study, there was at least one drug addict per family in rural Punjab. One drug addict per family is insane.
Now, at this point, maybe you're thinking, why should I care? All these druggy low deserve this only. Which is easy and stupid to say if you think of addiction as a moral issue. But it's not. It's an illness.
Like, it's easy to get judgmental about addicts. But you know what? Think of all those times that you've put away junk food and said, I'm going to eat healthy from now on. And then 1 week later, you're lying passed out in front of your fridge with an empty jar of Nutella next to you. And like the CID guys are looking at you going, oh my God, Daya, ye to fat hai. So yes, addiction is an illness. And if you keep ignoring that fact, you end up with cases like Maqbulpura near Amritsar. Maqbulpura is called the village of drug widows. Have a look at just one of the many stories there.
Lane after lane has tales of drug abuse to tell. We stop at lane number 10, Prabh Kaur's house. Prabh Kaur has lost her husband, her brother and her son to synthetic prescription drugs. And now she fears for her only daughter.
ऐसा चिंता होती है कि कभी ऐसा ना कोई लटका लग जाए कि जैसा ਇਹਦਾ बाप ही वैसा ही लटका लग जाए मुड़के इसकी भी जिंदगी बर्बाद हो जाए मेरी होई है ते.
In Maqbulpura, reportedly 9 out of 10 kids have a father who's a drug addict. That's 90%, which is insane. The answer to the question, beta aapke papa kya karte hai, should not be heroin. So how did things in Punjab get so bad, first of all?
For one, the state borders Pakistan, which borders Afghanistan. Yeah, Afghanistan. Pakistan ka Pakistan.
Yes, Afghanistan, where the only thing higher than the people are the drones. Afghanistan is like the factory outlet of drugs. And living next to Pakistan and Afghanistan is like living next to Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. In fact, once, the Afghan president Hamid Karzai was invited to Chandigarh, and that's when the Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal dissed him in public by saying, and I quote, all the heroin that comes to Punjab comes from Afghanistan.
Yeah, Prakash Singh Badal just told Karzai to his face कि bro तेरा country मेरे state का dealer है. Like, is there a law in India that every function needs to have one over-friendly Panju uncle? Is that a thing? Like, this is like that uncle who comes to you at a wedding and goes, "To beda, sex kaisa chal raha hai?" Bravo.
दादाजी मैं 9 साल का हूँ.
But here's the thing. The heroin which comes in from Afghanistan is too expensive for most people in Punjab. Instead, one of the biggest problems is synthetic drugs, a lot of which are made in Punjab and are reportedly available at unregulated chemist shops across the state. Oh, and spoiler alert, politicians are allegedly involved.
2 high-profile Akali Dal leaders are currently being investigated for their possible role after they were named by a DSP who's been charge-sheeted. However, the police say they don't have enough evidence yet to arrest them.
Wait, you are telling me that politicians may have aided and abetted drug-related crimes that make money for them? I, for one, am shocked. Shocked, I say. That is not possible. I refuse to believe that. Next, you'll tell me that your parents didn't know what you were doing on the internet when you were 14. They knew. They knew that mybestteacherever.com was not a site about Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. They knew. Things have gotten so shameless that politicians reportedly hand out drugs before elections as an incentive to young men. Come do legwork for our party and we will give you drugs.
If this continues, politicians aren't going to bother with subtleties anymore. They're just going to start slipping in drug references into their speeches. Is राज्य में जो हो रहा है, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
ये सियासत पैसे का खेल है, पैसे का. सब अमीरों की चाटते हैं. सब मतलब सब.
And for the longest time, Punjab has been trying to arrest its way out of the drug problem. So drug suppliers go to jail, which makes sense. But thousands of addicts also go to jail when they should be going into rehab.
Punjab's prisons right now house over 26,000 inmates, while they only have a capacity for 19,000. Out of these, 47% are in on drug-related charges. 47% people on drug charges. Dude, jail hai ke Tomorrowland? I mean, let's face it, guys. EDM stands for idhar drugs milta hai. Like, let's be honest.
It's true.
Let's be honest.
Just come. Punjab jails are so overcrowded that when inmates' families come to visit them, it gets damn confusing.
जेलर सर, मैं अपने बेटे गुरप्रीत के लिए गाजर का हलवा लाई हूँ. वो कहाँ है?
ओए, कौन सा गुरप्रीत यार? चोरी वाला गुरप्रीत, मर्डर वाला गुरप्रीत, बॉम्ब वाला गुरप्रीत या ड्रग्स वाला गुरप्रीत?
ड्रग्स वाला गुरप्रीत.
अच्छा, ड्रग्स खरीदने वाला गुरप्रीत, बेचने वाला गुरप्रीत, सप्लाई करने वाला गुरप्रीत या ट्रांसपोर्ट करने वाला गुरप्रीत?
खरीदने वाला गुरप्रीत.
अच्छा, कोकेन वाला, स्मैक वाला, हेरोइन वाला, मैरिजुआना वाला या क्रिस्टल मैथ वाला गुरप्रीत?
मैरिजुआना गुरप्रीत.
अच्छा 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 10 किलो कि 5 किलो 3 किलो?
पेट चोर! हलवा ठंडा हो रहा है.
And you're probably thinking, what's the problem in sending addicts away to a place where they can't do drugs? But here's the thing, they can totally get drugs inside.
In 2012, the Punjab government ordered a probe against Batinda prison warden Nachattar Singh for selling drugs to prisoners.
In 2014, the Firozpur police booked 19 jail inmates for smuggling drugs, including heroin and opium, into the prison. And those are just 2 cases. When people want something, they find a way to get it. Where there's a will, there is a way.
Like Farhan Akhtar. He doesn't have the best voice, alright? His voice sounds like someone is trying to shift a sofa. Like when you tune your radio slightly wrong, the voice that you get is Farhan Akhtar.
But still, he became a singer, and he's still singing. Asma hai nila kyun, paani gila gila kyun, kol kyun hai zame. Mera naam Mukesh hai. So, okay, if punishment isn't the best option, what is, right? Well, rehab and de-addiction are always good. In fact, in January this year, state prison authorities said that over 22,000 people had been treated in de-addiction centers set up across 8 central jails across the state.
And also a bunch of private de-addiction centers have come up across the state. But, as a 2014 study revealed, many of them are too expensive, lack infrastructure and trained staff. So hang on. You're overcharging helpless addicts for substandard shit. Guys, that's what drug dealers do. Also, in June this year, police barged into de-addiction centers across Punjab and allegedly told doctors to give them confidential information like addicts' names, phone numbers and addresses. To be fair, threatening people for personal information is the closest a Punjabi gets to hacking.
Yeah, the Punjabi version of the Matrix is just one guy going, "Oh, pancho, password wala, password wala, pancho." Now, there are no easy solutions to Punjab's drug problem. But for starters, let's just stop pretending that Pakistan and Afghanistan are responsible for the whole thing.
Pakistan is that long-haired stoner dude in your building who does wheelies on the bike and comes home at 3 in the morning, revving the engine. Basically, it's easy to blame him for everything. For example, you just know that the aunties in Ashish's building blame him for everything. Like that photo is the answer to the question, what is the opposite of Viagra?
But also, nothing is going to change if you don't break the alleged narco-political nexus that is allegedly making it easy for synthetic drugs to be allegedly made, sold and distributed in Punjab. It's like trying to conduct an exam lekin principal khidki se cheats pass kar raha hai.
Also, and this doesn't just apply to Punjab but to all of us, we need to start treating addiction as an illness. According to one study, the relapse rate for addicts was as high as 51%. Recovering from addiction is like giving the CA exam. It won't happen in one try. You will need coaching. और लोग पीठ के पीछे आपको चूतिया बुलाएंगे. But it's worth it.
And wantonly arresting addicts will not solve the problem. This is symptomatic relief at best. It's not the cure. And both Amarinder Singh from the Congress and Prakash Singh Badal from the Akali Dal have agreed on this. And these are two guys who don't agree about anything. In fact, the only other thing that they've ever agreed upon was the fact that this is the greatest dance two Punjabis have ever done.